Welcome to the Garage with Evan and Friends. Follow us on Podcast Garage on Instagram, mancavepompex.com. Across from me, as always, Mr. Ryan Rickus.
What's up?
You would think like I would come up with something new by now, but like, that's it. That's how we start. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be 100% honest with me.
Shoot.
You lying piece of shit.
I'm always lying.
Now,
I do nothing but lie.
don't lie when I ask. All right, give me a straight, honest answer.
The fact that you're saying this, I'm a lie.
I know you're going to lie. That's why I'm building this up, you piece of shit.
4.
It is it or is it not perfect weather for a visor? Is it not perfect visor weather? Now, the answer is yes before you even fucking say anything.
First off, it's 108 degrees out.
108.
Right now,
We're in Hell's Kitchen.
We're in the garage, obviously. There's not a lot of lights. One light on, small light. The garage is open, but we have a fan.
Yeah.
So
which is doing nothing.
It's just moving air around.
It's blowing the dead flies around.
But we're out of the sun. So it's probably like
88.
80s. Yeah, 80s in here.
Everyone draws.
And Ev is sweating his fucking dick off.
Yeah, I'm going to see how long until my shirt comes off. Now, don't give me a reason to take my shirt off.
Well, let's wait a little bit because I want to see it.
All right.
I want to see you struggling to take it off because it's sticking to your fucking skin.
Now, I'm not even a huge sweater. We were golfing Friday. Dan was soaked.
Dripping.
Now, we all were because it was really humid.
Right, but Dan was
drenched,
dripping before we even start. His whole back was
like
covered in sweat.
Like the lines, like
right.
You see, like the whole puddle thing on his golf shirt.
Right, before we even fucking started.
It was hot Friday.
He almost got attacked by a Pomeranian on his way up there too. Did we tell you this?
No.
So we played at the links, and the way the first hole is, you drive like through like a little trail, like through some trees, and then it opens up to the first hole. On the left is when it opens up. On the left is some houses.
Right.
Now the houses are blocked off from the golf course by like trees and probably fences and stuff behind the trees. But this house, for whatever reason, either didn't have a fence or the fence was open, and we're coming around. Now they have gas carts, so they're a little bit louder. So we're coming around the corner, and this dog, this little Pomeranian, it's dark brown. Its head looks like a teddy bear, but then the back is like the rest of the body is like real close shaved, so it's like almost a different color.
Uh-huh.
Comes full sprinting at Dan on the cart. Dan's driving, not paying attention, like looking the other way, and it comes out this way from his left. He's like, "Oh fuck!" Like. Almost.
And that's exactly too, because his reactions are so loud. Oh shit! That's great.
The guy came out and he was like, "Yeah, he loves the golf carts."
Punt that fucking thing.
And I knew he was like, because I have Bear, I have a dog.
Yeah.
And I know that feeling of like needing to go get him, but he's not going to come back because he's too amped up.
Right.
And that's the feeling that guy had. Like, I could see it in him because he stopped to talk to us and was just looking at the dog, like hoping that the dog would just come back.
Right. He didn't want to be embarrassed not getting the dog.
Right. Knowing that if he had to go after him, the dog was going to go the opposite way. And for sure he did. He went all the way across the fairway, across the street, and then into, like, the other fairway, probably, like, 75, 80 yards away. So,
great. That's a good Pomeranian story.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised because I didn't think there was a lot of good Pomeranian
Have you ever
stories.
been bitten by someone's dog before?
I don't think so.
I have.
Mine?
No.
I was like, shit.
No. My neighbor behind me, growing up, so like I cut through their yard the one time, and the dog was on a leash. But the leash was just long enough where it was able to get me. Bit my fucking ankle.
It knew exactly where to go, too.
Bit my ankle. Because it came charging after me. It was like a boxer. Came charging after me, but I seen it on the leash, so I started running. I don't know how old I was. 12. I was like, oh, shit. And I thought I was far enough away, and he fucking got my ankle.
Like, how hard of a bite we talking?
I was
Breaking
bleeding.
skin? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot? Like it was
No,
it
it
like
wasn't, like,
multiple, or like just really
Like a
one
tooth.
One tooth.
Like
went
the
through.
dog, he probably could have bit me harder. He did like a
Oh, for
little,
sure.
like a little snippet, little.
He could have fucking broke your ankle.
He
if
could have
wanted
broke
to.
my ankle.
No question.
I mean, I got decent ankles though.
I don't know.
That's a hell of a bone,
He's a
dude.
fucking boxer.
That's a hell of a bone. A 12-year-old ankle, dude. That was a hell of a bone, brother. What's up, brother?
So you obviously like pressed charges and went to court.
Yeah,
and stuff
well,
like that,
that's how I
right?
bought my first car. Sued them motherfuckers. I'm a sue these motherfuckers. Nah, I just went on with my day.
I've never been bit by. I mean, I'm sure I've been bit, but like not like bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. Like you get nibbled on.
I'll tell you straight up right now, like if someone's dog like snapped or bit me right now, I'm beating the fuck out of it. I'm swinging on that dog so hard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think people forget like how strong dogs are.
Oh
though.
yeah, for sure.
Like
Like they can
Bear-
crush your bones.
like yeah, like I'll fight with Bear, like play fight, and like he'll catch me,
Yeah.
and like his
He knows
teeth,
what he's doing too.
right. His teeth will scrape like as he's closing and pulling his, and like he might even break skin a little bit, but like not like in a puncture, like more of in a scratch because he just wants to like.
Right.
You know, so then like you forget, you're like, oh, if I ever gotten chased down by like a police dog or something like that, I just grab him, fucking grip him up,
Yeah.
and fucking punch him in the face. Like
Yeah.
you forget that he can, if he wanted to, he would break my arm and
Yeah.
then break my other arm and fucking smack me around in the face.
Now,
So,
to
like,
be fair though, like a dog's not always gonna win. Like you can fuck a dog up.
no, that's what I'm saying. So he might break my arm,
But you
I
can
might,
fuck him up.
I might still fucking kill him.
Yeah,
But,
like,
like-
you could probably still kill him.
Right, but like I have a broken
How
arm.
about
now,
years
you
ago
know
when
what I
that dude jumped the White House fence and kicked the Social Security dog? Did you see that?
I don't remember that. I
Social
kinda-
Security,
yeah.
Secret Service.
I kind of remember it.
The dude jumped the White House fence and started booking it to like the White House or whatever. And I'm guessing before they just sniped him on the front lawn, they let the dogs go or whatever. He fucking kicked this dog. The dog was like, "Brrr," just took off.
Did he get inside?
I don't think he got in the house, but
You sure? I thought
Maybe he did.
Maybe
I
that was
mean-
like maybe that was a movie or something like that.
I mean, I'm assuming they would have just sniped his head off.
Right,
but
but I think that was like the story that like they weren't.
just
even
got in so easily.
paying attention. Like, what were you guys fucking doing?
what do you think happened to that guy?
I'm sure he went to jail.
Yeah, but like, you ain't giving him life and shit. So like,
Nah,
what?
he probably got like.
I mean, it's got to be a little bit more than trespassing, though, right? You can't just jump the White House fence.
Right, he probably got like up to 5.
So what
years
would
or
I
something
even
like that.
Google? Guy
Guy-
breaks into White House.
Jumps White House fence.
Guy breaks into White House. What happened
That's
to
what
this
I'm
guy?
saying. I thought that was a story. Like it's like I like vaguely remember it.
White House intruder made it too easy.
Yeah, see.
2014. Damn, they got it on Wikipedia and everything. The 2014 White House intrusion.
Ooh.
Thank God they used the word intrusion. Omar J. Gonzalez, an Iraq war veteran with PTSD. That's the reason he jumped it. Building front door before being stopped by an off-duty security officer.
Yeah, so he made it through the front door.
Damn! What's up, cuz? At 7:20 at night. He had a pocket knife.
Because you wouldn't think you'd be able to make
Intrusion
it that far,
and
obviously.
assault. So I want to know what happened to him. Charges and trial. Gonzalez was charged with one federal count of... So everything's going to be federal. So they're just going to
Right.
fucking jack that up. Dude, he might be doing 15 years right now, let's say. Entering a restricted building or grounds while carrying a deadly and dangerous weapon. In addition, he was charged with violating 2 local laws. Carrying a dangerous weapon outside a home or business. I didn't even know if that's a thing. Unlawful possession of ammunition. If you only had a pocket knife, how do you have ammunition on you?
Because it's probably categorized as ammunition. 'Cause
Yeah, they probably
again,
just started using all types of shit.
they wanna
3
fuck 'em
charges
over.
carry maximum prison terms of 10, 5, and 1 year in prison. So 2000 not guilty. How do you say not guilty? We got you on camera, guy, kicking the dog.
So that he can get a plea deal.
All right, let's see what he did. Ordered Gonzalez to remain in jail without bond. Also ordering Gonzalez to undergo mental. Well, you can also say he was crazy too, right? With PTSD doesn't mean you're crazy like schizophrenic, but
Right.
I'm sure you can use it as a. All right, come on. Where's the sentencing? What do you get? No more guns, no more man. I would like to apologize. He was sentenced to 15 years suspended sentence and 10 years of supervision. There's no way he's doing. 10
Right.
years.
But you said of supervision.
15 years of supervision.
Oh, what's the 10 years of what?
He was sentenced to 15-year suspended sentence. He was sentenced to a 15-year suspended sentence and 10 years of supervision. What does that mean?
I think it just means that like he probably has a PO that he has to report to for 10
For
years.
10 years. So he didn't do jail time then.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's good. Good for him then.
That's what I'm saying. That's probably
such a wasted. Like, I mean, he didn't harm anybody. I don't know why he did it, but
well, that's probably why he pleaded not guilty so that he could knock it down to 10 years
I mean,
suspended sentence.
give the guy a
or
break. You know,
15.
he's a war vet for Christ's sakes. That's how he jumped the fence.
Right, but he got inside.
He got inside.
There you go.
That's not his problem. Get some
Yeah,
fucking better
that's-
security for the president here.
That's what you would think. That's what I'm saying. I
I
feel
assumed
that's why
you
it
jumped the
was-
fence and there was just like mines in the grass. You would just blow up instantly.
Well, I think that was why it was like a big story because they were like, this dude just walked in the front door.
Yeah, like it was nothing.
He didn't have to do like some secret, like what was it? What were those back-to-back movies that came out?
Olympus Fall.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Olympic has fall. The Olympics have fell.
Yeah.
I'm an Olympian.
And like they're like elaborate plans to break in and like kidnap the president or kill the president or whatever it is, and this guy just showed like that you don't need an elaborate plan. You just walk through the fucking front door.
If you were going to be an Olympian, what do you think would be? What would you want to be an Olympian for?
I feel like I would rather be an Olympian for something like
Individual.
just off the top of my head, like a sprinting or something like that, because it's boom, one race done. Where if you're like a basketball player, you got to play a whole tournament. And then you lose.
I feel like being in the NBA is more of an honor than being an Olympian basketball player. Because the NBA, like once NBA players got on the Olympics, you're just like, okay, never mind. Like the USA will never lose.
Well, it's getting more competitive at least.
Yeah, it
because
is.
of all those international players that
It
are now taking part in the.
But like something
NBA.
like we know we couldn't go pro in basketball or something. But like, could you be an Olympian in something else?
Oh, like what I could actually be an Olympian in? Oh, okay. I thought I was just picking one.
Because obviously we never tried to be anything. But like, if we really dedicated ourselves to like badminton, like
That's what I'm saying. You never know.
Could we get that good at it?
Right.
I know.
Probably not.
I know we can't do basketball. I'm never going to be I mean, no. Any like of those things are like out of it.
Right.
I'm not 6'6". It's not going to happen.
I'll tell you what.
Olympic
Bobsled.
Bobsled.
Cool Runnings taught me that anyone can be a bobsledder.
How do you even like? That's the thing. Where we're at, like that's not something we're going to train for. Like
No.
so, what they live in Minnesota
But
year round, or
neither did the Jamaicans.
yeah, and that's why they sucked.
I don't think they did that bad actually.
I don't know. John Candy's the man. R.I.P.
'Cause I think the
Wrestling is
movie was,
probably
like,
so grueling.
the movie was probably was like not
94.
not yeah, but it wasn't like super realistic in terms of. I think they did crash. So that
I don't remember. I haven't seen Cool
disqualified them.
Runnings in a while.
But like in the movie, like their government was against them. Like all the people like fucking hated them. Like when they went there.
That's probably one of the movies. Like that movie wouldn't go over too well right now if it just came out. The black bobsledding team from Jamaica with the big fat white coach. Oh, let's release this on Netflix right now.
Yeah, John Candy, man.
Great movie, Uncle Buck.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Uncle Buck? What's Buck short for?
Buckerton.
Nice. That's a nice
Buck
one.
Wild.
What is Buck? Where does the nickname Buck come from? Yo, Buck.
Did you see when they did Home Alone? That he did that part as a favor to
Who?
the director, John Candy.
Who was he in Home Alone?
He was the guy that was driving. That would was it the first
Spit
one?
it
second one?
out.
The guy that was driving the van and takes her back home
I haven't
in the
seen.
van.
I haven't seen Home Alone in a long time either.
But he did that part. Supposedly, he did that part as a favor to the director.
I'm sure that happens a good amount.
But they kept him for like a fucking day. Like he thought he was just gonna come in for like a couple hours of shooting and then be done. They kept him for like the whole fucking day. He
He's
was
like,
"What
guys,
the
I
fuck?"
got a tea time at 4. What are we doing here? Could you imagine food being your addiction?
Yeah,
Yeah, food's really good.
absolutely.
Could you imagine?
I could eat all day, every day.
Dude, could you imagine just letting go and being like, here we go? Like I
My
said,
600
like
pound
I
life. What
was
that show?
sweating before this started. I was like, we'll see how long it takes me to take my shirt off with the podcast. And I said, I don't have the best body, but I'm not ashamed of it. Because we could always do better.
Right.
Your
but there's-
body could always have improvement.
But there also is like a sweet spot
Oh yeah, there's a sweet spot.
where you're like, this is fine because I still want to drink. I still want to eat shitty food sometimes. I still want to
There's
eat cake sometimes.
What's your sweet spot? I would say mine's probably 220.
Oh, just a number, a single number?
I don't know.
Well, I was
would
going to
say
give you like
anywhere
a
from-
range.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your range, dude?
I'll go
200
from
to
like
250.
No, I was going to make it kind of big. I would go probably like 185 to like 210.
Damn.
So it's 25 pounds.
Okay.
What's your sweet spot?
I would say probably 220. Anything from 215 to 220, I'm chilling.
Right.
But I've been stuck at 225 for a while, so I'm guessing that's what my body wants to stay at.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's like, nah, dude, we're good
'cause,
here.
like,
Where we going? Where
I'm
we going?
somewhat disciplined, but I also am not scared to just be like, all right, cheesesteak and wings for dinner.
Right.
No problem.
Right.
Well, don't think twice about it.
No. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a sweet spot in terms of I still want to drink. I still want to eat a cheesesteak and wings. I don't want to have to worry about counting calories, counting carbs, counting.
Like, I got a little
only
too
worked
out
out
of
for,
control. Like, I think December I was like 239. I was like, okay, well, let's
Right. Let's cut it back.
just trim a little bit of this. And the holidays is tough.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Happy holiday.
But like, and then you get to a certain point, and you're like, all right, I need to run a little bit more. I need to work out a little bit more. Whatever you do, but that weighing the pros and the cons of being like working out 3 times a day.
There is
and
right.
not
there
having
is
any sugar.
Totally
or,
pros and cons. Because looking at Instagram and you see people who are in great shape, you're like, different people look at shit and you have different thoughts. Like I'll look at a dude. Like I look at dudes more than I'm actually more impressed when like girls are super, like jacked. I feel like it's harder for them to get like muscle.
Right.
You know what I mean? But either way, what was I saying?
You're looking at Instagram.
When you see like somebody and you're like they're all chiseled and shit, you're like your first reaction's like, oh shit, like damn. But then like it takes me 2 seconds to
I was
think.
gonna say right after that.
Right after that, I'm like, this dude is not fun to hang out with.
No.
Definitely not a good time. Now, if that's what you're into, because not everybody likes us.
Right. For
I
sure.
mean, I don't mean likes us, but like likes what we do.
Yeah, everybody likes us, but
drinking, barbecuing, just
Right.
being being normal and having fun. Now,
well, that's our normal.
all right.
Doesn't mean that's normal.
Exactly.
normal.
Some people like working out all day, all shit. That's fine. I like to work out, but I work out because I have to, not because I really want to.
Right. Because you don't want to be on what's that show? My
600
600
Pound
Pound Life. Yeah. Because you don't want to be on that.
I feel like I could get there. I feel like I could get there. What do you think the
I wish
heaviest
it was-
you could get?
I was gonna say I wish it was healthy, because like I want to try it. Like, I
could-
want to just.
I could get to 300 pounds, I think. I don't think I can get to like anything ridiculous. I could probably get to 300.
Well, what was that?
that'd be
Christian
horrible.
Bale.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he fluctuates in weight so much
Yeah.
in movie to movie.
Dick Cheney gained a bit. Oh no, what was it? American Hustle? He got
American
real
Hustle,
fat.
yeah. And he did it by eating, like watered down, warm. I don't know what the melted. Obviously, is the
There you
word. Melted ice cream. He would just drink melted ice cream all day. So like you could get there,
You can get there.
but like that's not
You might
even
as well.
fun.
You might as well enjoy it if you're gonna get there.
Right. That's not even fun though. Drinking melted ice cream all day. Like I can have it like maybe once.
God, what would I eat? Because I like.
You'd have to just up the fucking sugar and candy
Well, that's the
and
thing,
cake and biscuits,
Because I don't really eat
side of
sweets.
biscuits and butter.
Like
for
I don't
every
like
fucking-
donuts and shit.
Right.
I mean they're good, but like I'm not.
Right.
Like I can see a tray of donuts. I'm not like, all right, don't eat it, don't eat it. Like it's not even in my mind to
Right.
eat
Fucking Lucky Charms for
it.
breakfast.
Cookies, I could do.
Right, with chocolate milk. Cookie Crisp with chocolate milk.
Cereal, I guess cereal could get you there.
Right. And just butter goes on everything. Bacon wrapped.
But they kind of say bacon's not that bad for you.
Right. If
A
you
lot of
eat
keto
it.
people eat bacon.
Right, because they're eating it and burning it. But if you're eating all those carbs on top of it,
Yeah.
then you're burning the carbs, and then the bacon fat is.
Dude, you're fucking
Getting
bacon
fat. You fucking
Got
dick.
him. I fucking torched you right there, dude. You fucking torched. Some of my favorite. This is since not a lot of shit's making sense right now. Like you kind of forget what time it is, but this is like almost my favorite part of the year. the Madden ratings came out for all the players, and
Uh-oh.
they get super butthurt about it.
Yeah, they do.
Like when
I
all
would
the,
too, though.
Yeah, no shit. Like when you see players rated ahead of you and shit. Like Deshaun Watson was ranked like 86. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he is 86 though.
And like not only that, but like all the individual, not even just the overalls, like the individual
They
things.
break down your skill set
Like
so hard.
If you're a fucking speed guy, and you're like, this guy's ranked higher than me in speed.
He's not faster than me.
What? Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, like you see some people.
I'm only a 49 in speed. What the
Gronk,
fuck?
like Ertz was all butthurt because he was ranked like the 4th tight end. Like Gronk didn't play for a whole year and he's ranked 95 in Madden.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Obviously, Kittle and Kelsey should be up top.
Right.
Excuse me. But I mean, we're a little biased, but like I don't think Ertz is all that either.
Well, here's what I do
I mean,
think
he's
though.
better than Gronk though, who hasn't played in a year.
I think there's a different echelon,
Yeah.
and those 3 are in the top. So it would have been a perfect place to put Gronk as 4th.
Yeah. 95
You know what I mean? Like,
overall?
it's not like where you look at like wide receivers where you're like, oh, where does the line break? Where can we slide somebody in? In tight ends, there's 3 good ones. Then there's some medium ones, and then there's obviously
now,
just, like,
and this
blocking
is
ones
and this
stuff like
isn't
that.
even, and we'll try not to beat this into your guys' heads because me and Rye love talking about Madden and video game shit. We'll try not to, but like you're telling me Gronk is a 95, who didn't play all year. Deshaun Watson, the quarterback for the Texans, is only an 86. So you're telling me Gronk is 9 overall rating points better than Deshaun Watson?
How old's Gronk?
Probably 31.
Well, I think what they also try to do sometimes is discount the
They
younger.
got Wentz at like an 82.
Right. Discount, with the exception of like Mahomes, discount younger people because if you play with them in a season, it's going to take, 3 years for Deshaun Watson to be like a 98 on your team?
You can get him there quick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if they just sit on, if he's a fucking 95 and you play a year and all of a sudden he's a 99, you're like, okay, and I don't have to worry about him anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes they try to take that into account and discount the younger guys so that they can get better.
Like, I already know who the best receiver in the game is. It's going to be Tyreek Hill. But they have him listed at like 6 or 5.
Right.
His speed's 99. Trust me, guys. He's the best player in the game.
Do not blitz your safeties.
When you can
against
throw
Tyreek
a
Hill.
slant and run for 97 yards,
Right.
like, yeah, okay, his catching is probably not as good as Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, and Michael Thomas, but if their speed's only a 93 or something like that, I mean, you're going to be fine.
Right. For
But
sure. I mean, they're still
Tyreek Hill's
good
the
players.
best.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I had a great fucking morning.
Yeah.
So I woke up. We had a late night last night. Made fried chicken in the fryer yesterday.
Ooh.
Delicious. Delicious.
Like, hold on.
Go ahead.
So where
Let me
did
get
you
a
start?
beer. I'm going to fucking break this down. I'm going to break down my little Saturday for you.
Where did you start with the fried chicken? Like, did you start with regular, like, chicken breasts or chicken tenderloins or something like that and bread them yourself? Like, create the breading, dip it in the egg, flip it over, all that kind of stuff? Or did you start with, like, some pre-cooked, frozen fried chicken and then just toss it in the fryer afterwards?
So I'm going to take that as disrespect that you would even think I would take a frozen piece of chicken and do it
I just
like
wanted
that.
to make sure. I wanted to make sure.
So
Actually, I already knew, but I was laying it out for the people.
So we knew Friday. Well, I was planning on having a little. My sister was coming over Saturday. She told us Friday that she was coming over. She didn't have the kids. My parents were up the mountains. She had nothing to do. She usually comes over when she doesn't have the kids anyway.
Right.
So we knew we were gonna hang out on the deck and just chill. Nobody can do shit anyway, so nobody's going anywhere. So thank God I built a deck so we have somewhere to fucking chill.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing shit anyway. So then Adamski hit me up, so he came over too. Wagner came over late night, but we knew Corey was coming over. So we're like, oh, we'll have dinner tomorrow.
Right.
So we were thinking of things to make, and I was like, I want to use the fryer. Get the fryer out and shit. I've been doing a lot of fryer more than the grill.
Okay.
I got a case of the burps today. Sorry. So buttermilk. So I did buttermilk, flour, but you season the flour obviously. Onion powder, cayenne, garlic, salt, pepper, and I think I did paprika too.
Nice.
Shook it all up in the flour, blah blah blah. So you do flour. I did thighs and drumsticks.
Okay.
I'm a thigh guy. It's cheap, but it has a lot of flavor because of the bone. And drumstick. Come on, dude. Let's get some drumsticks.
Yeah.
So flour, buttermilk, flour. That's it. Drop the bitch in the fryer. 15 minutes at 350. Take them out. They had to sit for 15 minutes. They keep
Okay.
cooking. They keep cooking themselves. The first batch, a tad too long. crispy, but they're good.
That's what's fun about cooking.
Yeah.
You're like, did we see? All right, now I know. I can't
Right.
put them in that long. I can't put it in that high. I
Exactly.
can't, whatever.
But the second batch came out good. They were delicious.
Right.
Delicious. I made some spinach. Now, the spinach is, I think, the reasoning I have diarrhea today. Not the
Okay.
fried chicken. I haven't had diarrhea in a while. I had 2 explosive diarrheas today.
Nice.
Now, not right off the jump either. So it like made its way. I woke up this morning, actually last night. You'll love this one. So last night, mid party, put food's away. It's time for boozing. We were doing line dances last night. Hold up, hold up.
Hold up.
So
Hey.
we're sitting there. I was like, oh, I gotta take a shit. I leave, and I'm literally just. It felt like I haven't shit in 3 days. Like it was so much was coming out, but it was all solid. I know everybody right now. But I'm sitting there because I'm bored, just like pooping. My music's on, so I don't have my phone with me. So I'm just sitting there staring at the door and shit, like, oh, that paint sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're looking at the paint and shit.
Yeah, you're just like, all right, I gotta tighten that. But I have matches in my bathroom. I always have matches on the toilet because the smell of the sulfur gets rid of the smell of your poop. I save the ozone. I don't spray Febreze everywhere.
There you go.
So I'm lighting matches, and I'm just sitting there burning, waiting for it to get to my thumb. And I'm just throwing them between my legs, like into the toilet. Well, one got burnt too quick. I was like, oh, fuck, and I dropped it. Hit the tip of my dickhead.
Ah!
I was like, oh! Oh! And not only did it hit the tip of my dickhead, it was, I don't know, a ball hair away from my pee hole. I was like, dude, I was sitting there like, oh! Oh! Like, and I was buzzing up where it didn't hurt so much, but it scared me more. But then I felt it, like, kind of, like, start to, like, throb a little bit, like, from
Right.
burning. I was like, dude, if that match would have hit my pee hole, I would have had to go to fucking Med Express.
Yeah, everyone go home.
If that match would have hit my pee hole, I'm beelining to Med Express.
You
And
don't even
maybe I
have
would
to
have
drive.
dipped
You
it in
just-
Vaseline.
You don't even have to drive. You run there. You
Yeah.
can get there
See,
faster
it's-
running.
But I made some mac and cheese. Could have used some milk. I had no milk. Anyway, it was a good barbecue. But then
Nice.
food's done. Now it's time to party.
Yeah.
I don't know what started. It was me, Damsky, Corey, and Chelsea to start. And Corey doesn't drink, but she's still a good time. I don't know what she's. We said this is how all the line dancing started. And I don't mean line dancing like we're in Tennessee. I mean like,
Cupid shuffle.
yeah, like block party shit.
Yeah.
So we said, what would be like your song you could sing? What would be your go-to song at karaoke or some shit? And Corey said, "I Will Survive." And for somehow,
You got,
I Will
you got
Survive.
the ticking.
"I Will Survive" turned on, and then so I put that on. I was like, oh fuck it, great song. Of
Yeah.
course I'll put that on.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the song by the Bee Gees, "Staying Alive"? He's like, yeah, I can do it. First I was afraid. That's literally the stupidest and funniest thing ever in the office.
Also, it's the best cold open that
Oh.
they have. The whole fucking thing.
So good. So that's on, and then somehow we go into the electric slide.
Right.
Once
Were
you-
you not line dancing to "I Will Survive"?
No.
Okay.
Is there one to it?
I'm pretty sure.
There's probably one to everyone. Moms will make a song or make a dance to anything.
Fuck yeah.
So then we do electric slide. So Corey and Chelsea start going, and then we somehow it goes into whatever Rain and Man, and we're just doing all the hits.
Right.
We're just doing all the hits. We're fucking
One after
grooving.
another.
Next thing you know, Joe's over. He comes over. Corey's on the fucking percolator on the deck as he walks up and shit. She's probably sore. I gotta text her. She got huge boobs, so her back has got to be real sore. And next thing you know, it's like 1:30 in the morning, and we're still blasting. Chelsea's like, I think we got to turn it down. I think then one neighbor came out and looked at us.
I can see that.
I could see it. I could see
Just
it.
the neighbor come out and just
Yeah.
like,
No Scrubs is
I'm
blasting at 1:30 in the morning.
I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna call the cops. I'm just gonna look at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to turn
It's
that
time.
down. Well,
It's time.
luckily my one neighbor to my left has a shore house, so he's never home. So that's great.
Perfect.
So it's only the one. And you know what? Fuck them. How about that? Call the cops. Once the cops come, then I'll stop. You know?
Right, but at the same time, you don't want that because then they have a party and immediately you're like, I'm gonna call the cops. It's
No, because
8:15, I'm gonna
I
call the
know
cops.
I
Fuck 'em.
deserve it. I'll never. I'm not. Is the word facetious? Is that a word?
I don't think so.
Facetious.
Facetious is one, but
That's not the
It's
right
not-
word though.
doesn't apply
What's the
here.
definition of facetious?
it's like being like overly
I'm not spiteful.
yeah.
Like
spiteful's
I wouldn't
better.
do it
Thank
to them
you.
because I know I
You
know
were
I was
getting
in the
me
wrong.
out of that.
I know I was in the wrong. Either way, I feel like there was more that happened. But anyway, we had a good old time. Then I woke up this morning. Of course, didn't go to bed till like I don't know 1 or 2, and I had to wake up early with the baby. So I woke up and my head was just like, boom, 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 boom.
Yep. Because Sloan doesn't care that what time he went to bed.
She don't give a shit. She sure doesn't give a shit.
Hey, Daddy!
Hey!
Daddy!
I'm going to need you to change this diaper and get me a bottle, clown. So I'm waking up and I feel it. Put her in her thing, change her diaper, and I'm just like, all right. It's not terrible, but I know it's there. Bust out a Liquid IV. Liquid IV, have you had one before?
I have not.
Phenomenal.
Yeah?
I actually don't know why I haven't, but I started this week using them for work because I work in the heat.
Right.
Why would I not drink Liquid IV?
Right.
So the first time I had it is...
I don't even know what it is.
It's like a powder that has everything in it. Potassium, sodium, electrolytes. It's all like a thing that you pour into your drink.
Okay, so
And
it's like a fucking Crystal Light or like a...
It's something... Yeah, it would be like that, just it has
um,
all this shit in it. It has like sodium, salts, all this crap.
Right.
So Liquid IV. People were...
is it good?
The one I got, passion fruit, and I'm not even a passion fruit guy. It's good. I mean, it's sweet, but I drink it to get
Right.
to recover.
It needs to be sweet to cover up
yeah,
all
it's
those...
like a Pedialyte type of packet thing.
Right, okay.
So I use that, slam one of them first thing in the morning, good to go.
Nice.
Good to go.
I like
Banging.
it. I like it.
Because the reason I found out about them is somebody got them for Chelsea when she was pregnant because Chelsea was throwing up every day and, getting dehydrated and shit.
Right.
So she was drinking Liquid IV, and I would, try a couple of them. I was like, dude, these are fucking great for being hung over and shit.
No, I
could have really used one when we rode our bikes to Atlantic City.
Ooh.
That would have been clutch.
That's probably what people they have like those gel packets and shit too. They were pulling them out the back of their...
Yeah.
I was like, dude, let
I
me
was
get one of those, dude.
totally unprepared for that.
Yeah.
That would probably be happening right now, right? Was this?
I think it was September. No, it was
July.
It was July. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It was July. Yeah, it's probably I think it was like the end of July though, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Like the 28th or something like that.
What a fucking... It was so hot. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, good thing we don't have to do it again this year. COVID, man. We would have did it, but COVID.
I know, dude.
know
Are we gonna be able to do anything?
Probably not.
I mean, Philly.
If I can be honest,
Philly
probably
shut.
not.
Anybody who's getting married in Philly can't.
Yeah.
You're getting married in Jersey, but that's borderline. We don't know yet.
Yeah. I'm
How
trying
the
to get out
fuck
of
is the
it.
shore not closed yet? I can't believe it.
They're not going to close until somebody tells them to close.
Of course not. They didn't even make their money back. But
yeah, that's the money that they don't make any money in the winter.
Mm-mm.
Like they just straight spend money in the winter.
So now the people who can't get married this year are going to next year. Like they're moving their shit like a year in advance. How about all the people who are planning to get married next year? So, dude, there's gonna be.
That's why there's no fucking days. The
It's gonna
place that
be-
I'm going to has they're like you can get married on a third. They're doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday weddings. I'm not getting married on a Wednesday.
No.
That's terrible.
No. What are you guys gonna
People
do?
come after work and then leave in fucking an hour and a half. Like what?
Have you guys been pretty chill about it, or are you guys stressing pretty hard?
Yeah, no, I think we're pretty chill about it. Luckily, we're kind of both on the same page that
It's not your fault.
yeah, and if we can get out, we're gonna get out.
Get out of your one.
Yeah, the only problem is they have fucking 15 grand of our money.
Mm,
I'm trying to get that shit back.
for sure. For sure.
But anyway,
All right, man. If you don't want to talk about it, then we won't.
no, I mean, there's not much else to talk about, to be honest with you.
You think we're still gonna go to Colorado?
I'm still talking to the people about it.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? I go to Colorado for you. Come back for a week, and then I gotta go to Mexico.
You might not be doing either of those things. Mexico, probably.
You think? I was thinking Colorado would happen, and Mexico wouldn't.
Maybe.
I was thinking they wouldn't let us leave the country.
Well, U.S. is going to come down to Mexico and not let us in.
What if I go to Mexico and get stuck there? I become a drug mule.
Let's go.
All right, see you. I'm all about the environment.
Everybody know that.
I am clean air. I recycle.
Nice.
I
Good for
pick up-
you.
I pick up trash
Okay.
when I see it.
Yeah.
Nothing bothers me more than trash.
Also, the laziness of it.
No, you know what? I was just joking. I do actually pick up the trash all the time. I can't stand it. You're a total piece of shit if you
That's
litter.
what I'm saying. The laziness of just
If you
just
litter,
drop it on
if
the
you
ground.
litter, you're a total piece of shit.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
When I have to cut jug handles, which jug handles, New Jersey, it's the highway things people go around. I don't even know the reasoning for them, but either way, you'll find so much trash, and I'll pick it up and I'll clean it up before I cut, because I don't want confetti everywhere.
Right.
But the amount of trash that people just throw out their fucking window?
Not only that, like I live on a main street, and
Nice.
and like there's trash in my yard from just people fucking throwing it out their window.
Scum.
Like, what are you doing?
Scum. You weren't raised right.
Yeah. Like, what are you just leaving your fucking car? Take it. Every store has a trash can out front of it.
I wish there was more littering tickets. You know. I know the cops are going through a lot right now. I want you to step your game up and start giving more littering tickets. If you see somebody's dog shitting on a lawn, ticket.
Oh,
if you see
that's
littering,
the fucking worst too.
that's just rude.
Yeah.
That's just rude.
And all the time, again, it's fucking small dog owners. I hate small dog owners.
There you go.
No, but I say all the time about how people will complain. Like I have a German Shepherd. People will complain about a big dog because the big dog can actually do something to them.
Right.
And you're like, why are you worried about my Chihuahua at the end of the leash, fucking barking its ass off?
Yeah.
Because it's still being a shit.
Yeah.
Like you still have to like.
Just because you're 5'5" doesn't mean I can't smack you.
Right. And just because I can punt your dog doesn't mean that
won't.
you're not a.
Doesn't mean I won't.
Right. Doesn't mean that you're a good dog owner. And like you're walking down the street and you let your dog fucking shit and you're like, oh, it's small poops anyway. They're gonna fucking disintegrate and shit. Yeah, you're welcome. No, just because my dog shits like a human.
Yeah.
That's not why I pick it up.
What if I just start diarrheaing on people's lawns? What if I shit on people's lawns and don't pick it up?
Right. Exactly.
Isn't it crazy how much shit stinks outside of water? When shit's not in water, it smells so bad. It's fucking vile. You know what else is hilarious? When Jack Black kicks Ron Burgundy's dog off the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Now this has to happen. And it's like the worst kick ever. It barely makes it. He doesn't punt it.
And
it like rolls off the bridge.
Like you can 100% tell that it's a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, dude. That was definitely first take. He kicked it. It didn't hit his foot. It hit like the middle of his shin. It like bent it and like fell over the bridge. It's so funny. Oh, yeah? Well, now this has to happen. I love Jack Black. I would love to have Jack Black on this podcast.
Yeah. And I feel like...
Not because he's famous, because I want to talk to him.
Right. And I feel like, obviously he's not going to, but I feel like he's one of the people that, like, maybe he will.
Maybe he will.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I don't think he's going to, so, like, don't
hold your breath,
yeah.
But
also, he's, like, one of those dudes that, like, does, like, random shit. Like Bill Murray, like, where he just shows up places.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Jack Black would be like, actually, I'm going to be in South Jersey, so, like, send me your address. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Seriously?
You name the time of the day.
Fuck, what?
I'll take off from work.
Right. Exactly.
I'll be there.
Because he's like I said, he's like
cool.
One of those people. He does whatever the fuck he wants.
What would you ask him? I wouldn't ask him anything, because this is what I always say.
Yeah, I would have a conversation.
That's exactly it. That's the beauty of podcasting and like all that shit. You know, when we ever ask people to come on in the past and whatnot, people are like, oh, but like I'm like, it's not an interview.
Right.
Like I don't have to ask you shit. I'm gonna talk about something. You comment on it. That's
Also, I wonder if like famous people. I mean, I guess it depends on the line, but like, if famous people will like throw out their old movie lines and see if people will take part in it. Like if he sat down here and he was like, oh, what's this chair made of?
Oh,
and we were like,
dude,
steel.
What if
Imagine.
What if that was our agenda and we didn't tell him? So like, what if we just like quote his movies and see if he starts to pick up on them? If I was sitting there, I was like, factoter.
You're right.
And just see if he
does
does
anything. You have to do the other lines so that he can do his actual line. You know what I mean?
Dude, what if we set him up? How good would that be?
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine. I wonder.
Jack Black, do you think he drinks?
He's either like
super sober.
Yeah, he's
or
either
he
like
does coke
8 years sober, or he gets fucking hammered.
Because like whenever you watch him do like Tenacious D, which I'm not a huge Tenacious D fan. Like I like him.
Right.
But they always seem so like hopped up.
Right, but I also feel like that's part of his personality.
Could be.
Like I feel like he doesn't need drugs or alcohol to like get fucking crazy.
Do you imagine how like exhausting it has to be like when you have a persona? Like there's a lot of comedians who are just funny, but like some people have like a persona. Like
right.
Chris Farley had to be the party guy.
Right.
So like know how exhausting that probably is? I mean that was kind of really him. Like
that's
he
what
was
I was
like
gonna
depressed
say.
And shit, but like he was always doing he was doing coke by himself and shit. But like when you have to turn it on and off for people, that's
right.
probably exhausting.
And that's what I was gonna say. That's why I think the people that are themselves do better.
Yeah.
Because if Jack Black is actually that way, and he comes here and he's in full Jack Black mode, and he doesn't have to turn it off and turn it on because that's him, then he's way more funny in like when you're watching him, because you're like, that's fucking him. He doesn't have to
Jumanji
turn it
was
off
awesome.
and turn it on. Like that's how he is. When you have to turn it off, then he has to, if he's walking down the street, he has to like
Yeah.
switch back into it. You know what I mean?
Like Robin Williams was nuts,
Right.
but he also had like addiction and depression and shit.
Right,
so, like,
but again, that's kind of how he was. Like there was, like his daughter and stuff has come out, and
Yeah.
I think she wrote a book and something like that.
I think they had a documentary on HBO. I never watched. I don't know why I haven't watched it because I'm a huge Robin Williams fan. I don't know why I haven't watched it. But like he had depression for years.
Right,
Like,
but she also said like that's how he was. Like
Yeah.
what you saw on TV with him going in and out of voices and phases and all this kind of stuff. That's fucking what he was.
no, who's a weird dude?
I actually read, before we get off Robin Williams, I actually read yesterday that you ever like find things that are like super old but you didn't know about them. So that's what this is, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He what's his face doing Schindler's List, would have Robin Williams call in and entertain all the people, because apparently
So
like
depressing.
doing Schindler's List was like one of the most depressing movies to be a part of. But he would call in and like make jokes and entertain all of the actors and staff and all that kind of stuff, because it was so depressing. But some of those jokes ended up in Aladdin.
No shit.
Right.
Same
So
director or
yeah.
Schindler's
So-
List and Aladdin's the same.
No,
director?
no. I forget the connection, to be honest with you. But like some
Hi,
of them ended up the same way
beautiful.
because of that.
Hi, chunky butt.
Sloan and Chelsea, in case you guys are wondering. He's
Hi.
he's not talking to me like that.
Hi, chunky.
Right. Right, or Chelsea.
I actually seen a thing about Schindler's List the other day that one of the girls who survived like that camp that the movie's based on, that the main actor reminded her so much of the guy that he was playing. Like
Right,
she
that
had
she
a
had,
panic,
like, panic attacks, yeah.
and shit. I forget what the quote was. I mean, it's not funny, but they were saying like, the dude who the main character, I forget his name. Just say it's like fucking Fritz Hopper. I don't know.
Right.
But that dude was so crazy that the Nazis had to charge him with war crimes. That's how fucking crazy he was.
Oh shit, like the actual dude, not the
Yeah, the
Schindler's List
real
guy.
character that he's playing on.
Right.
Like, did you see the movie?
Schindler's List?
Yeah,
I seen it.
years ago.
Yeah.
So like the main thing, whatever. So that dude winds up getting arrested for war crimes because he was so crazy at the concentration camp.
That's fucked up.
Like the Nazis are all obviously the worst people who ever like existed, and even they were like, "All right, dude, like fuck, you
Yeah.
gotta take it down a notch here, bro."
Yeah.
Like
Did
that's
you,
wild.
Did you watch that what was that show on
Really?
Amazon that I was talking about? Aw, poor baby.
Oh my! What did you do? Speaking of, I have it saved on the ring. Chelsea fell down the steps out front, holding Sloan the other day. Sloan's completely fine. I mean, like Chelsea did everything to like save her, but Chelsea's like fell completely on her knee, and like she has this huge gash on her knee, and it's like,
I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny.
Sloanie.
So you saved it on the ring?
Yeah.
You like it posted it.
Yeah.
I'll post this to
Well,
YouTube
she was on
later.
the
Don't
phone with
worry
her
about
mom,
it.
holding Sloan, and she fucking wipes out. And her mom's like, "Are you okay? Everything all right?" She's like, "Mom, please, just give me a second." She starts crying.
Sloan was laughing.
Sloan like acted like nothing happened. She was just sitting there like that.
Sloan tucked and rolled. She was like, "Get up, mom."
Oh
What are
yeah,
we
mom
doing?
fell again.
We got stuff to do. Let's go. We got errands to run. Get up. Hop up. But what was that show on Amazon that I told you to
Yeah,
watch
I know
with
what you're talking
Pacino?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Um,
When they hunt Nazis.
Yeah, The Hunters.
I
I think it's called
Hunters.
Hunters.
No, I never got to watch it.
Yeah, Hunters is what it's called. Dude, you should watch it. I know we watched like the first scene, and
That was awesome.
that's what pulled me in.
That was so cool.
But you should definitely watch it because they also like flash back to like scenes of concentration camps and stuff like that, and like what some of these people went through.
Mhm.
And because they're hunting them in like the 70s or something
Yeah.
like that, and some of the people are like they're hunting the people that were at
Mhm.
those concentration camps and like what they did and all this kind of stuff. And it's like you don't forget obviously, but like we were never taught all of the things that happened.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there was like a ton of other things that happened that people don't know about, but like and some of the things in the show might not have actually happened. Don't get me wrong, but like the feeling of it, where you're like, that could have happened. I could see that happening because like there's one scene where one of the people that they have like captured in the concentration camp is like a grandmaster in chess, and one of the people that were running that concentration camp is like really into chess and like trying to get better and all that kind of stuff, but like not a grandmaster obviously. So he sets up a human chessboard like in the woods, and they take some of the people from these concentration camps to play the characters on the chessboard, and the guy that's running the concentration camp is playing against that grandmaster
with people.
And if the grandmaster loses, then he dies. So like he's fighting the idea of like not wanting to die, but also like in order to win at chess, you have to take the other guy's pieces. And when they would take another piece, that person had to kill the person
Oh shit.
that they were taking. So like if the horse is moving to a spot where the pawn is, and in chess you would take the pawn off the board.
So he has to kill other people to save his own life.
That horse had to fucking stab the pawn or shoot the pawn.
And they're all Jewish people. I'm
and then they
drag
drag
guards and stuff.
Yeah, they're all prisoners at the concentrate. There weren't. I mean, there's a lot of Jewish people, but
right.
They weren't all. So then they drag the fucking dead body off of. So the guy has to wrestle with the idea of, I don't want to die. I don't want my family to die, but also I have to send this person to kill that person in front of me. So like, again, I don't know.
Sick fuck.
Right, I don't know if that happened or not, but I could see it happening
easily. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
they were almost like not human. That wasn't even that long ago.
No.
1940.
No, and now you see people in the fucking streets with doing Nazi salutes and shit like that.
Are you
and like,
nuts?
what?
Are you nuts? What are you doing?
I don't know, man.
There's nothing better than seeing like a white supremacist dude get the shit beat out of him by a black
fuck
guy.
Yeah.
So funny.
Fuck yeah.
I'm like, I hope he stomps his head off.
Right.
Like you have the balls.
Purely off.
You have the balls to go out there and do that. Like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Even if that's what you believe, you're a bad person. But even if that's what you believe, you're gonna go out into the streets, do that, and think nothing's gonna happen to you.
Right. You deserve. I don't.
Yeah,
advocate,
you shouldn't even be. Yeah, you shouldn't even be charged with anything.
I don't advocate for violence at all.
Sometimes I don't know.
But when you see that, you're like, fuck, stomp his face.
Yeah. Like, where do you
put his fucking teeth on the curb like American History X?
Oh my god.
Like.
What a movie.
Yeah. Fuck.
Redemption.
Anyway, let's fucking get out of this.
Yeah, dude.
Spiral. Oh, we were talking about music before.
We were talking about like comedians and music somehow. I was gonna say who else? Robin Williams. Who else is a crazy guy? I was about to bring up. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So we were talking about before we started this podcast.
Oh yeah. So
I
had classic rock on. I was like, you know what? Sometimes classic rock's banging, but right now I do not feel like listening to it. Like I tried listening. I don't know why I had it on. I was like, I don't want this. And you were saying that you don't like music anymore. So
no.
you're strictly into
like
violins.
I mean, violins are music, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So sometimes like I'll be wanting to listen to music, whether like I'm working or like I'm playing video games or something like that.
Right.
I want to listen to music, and I'm going through like Spotify, and I'm putting on different genres, classic rock and rap and alternative.
You can't get comfortable.
Fucking 80s, like fucking whatever. I'm jumping around, and I'm like, no, don't want this genre. 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 And it's like, it's almost like Netflix. Like you ever surf on Netflix for like
is
an
so
hour?
overwhelming. It takes me longer to find a show than watch something.
That's what I'm saying. So like this is kind of what I go through, like trying to figure out what to listen to over and over again. Excuse me, and not wanting to listen to anything, but also wanting to listen to something. You ever have that issue?
Yeah, all the time. Actually, I can't say all the time, but
enough.
It almost seems like, oh, here we go. We're gonna sound like the old guys again. Where we sound like our fathers.
You're gonna sound like the old guy.
And their fathers. But like, I feel like I almost, and now this is a lot, but like you have like your set 1,000 songs.
Right.
I like these. I'm not going any further because it's hard. There's every once in a while there's a new song. Oh, that's getting added to a playlist. But like to really, and I love music too. We both love music.
Yeah.
It's so hard to branch out and be like new hip hop. I just don't like. I mean, the newest hip hop I like, I guess, is no. There's still some new shit. Like I don't know.
I was gonna say I do like some of it.
But either way, like, I have my set songs and shit.
Right. But the problem with that is, like, sometimes I'll go through it and I'm over a song. I heard it. It's been on my set songs for 5 years, and it feels like it gets played all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of over it. But like, I have this attachment to it. I don't want to delete it from that playlist.
But I skip it
then
every
I'll
time.
forget it. I'll forget about it altogether. But like, I'm gonna continue to skip it, and then I haven't listened to it for like 3 fucking years.
But
So
like, do you ever find something old, but it's still new to you because you never listened to it? Like, oh, I listened to an old Bob Dylan CD in song 3. You're just like, this is incredible. I mean, I don't like Bob Dylan, but
right, just
you
an
can
example.
still discover new. I feel like I can discover more new old shit than I can anything new.
Well, I think it depends on what you mean by new. Like
New is like
no,
just
no,
new to me, yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Because like, there's songs that like I've heard plenty of times before, but weren't necessarily on my
Radar.
Right. I'm trying to think of an example.
Or there's good when there's an old song that you heard a bunch of times, but you finally hear it, and all of a sudden it just hits real well.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is like going to be put in my rotation from now on.
Right. I'm trying to think of like a good example of a song that like it's not necessarily a new song.
Like you hear a song.
Here's a good example. Like a song like Somebody to Love. I would say like maybe by Queen. I would say like maybe like 5 years ago. Before the Queen movie came out, so I'm not like bandwagoning anything.
No, you are
like
good.
that. Yeah. I went on like a
Bandwagon pussy.
What? What'd you say?
Sorry about that. Fucking dust in here.
But like I went on a kick where like I heard it somewhere or I came across it or whatever. It's not a new song.
No.
It's not a song that no one's heard of.
Yep.
But it hit me a different way, and then like I would listen to it all the time, and then like I don't listen to it anymore. But like, if that's what you mean, where it's not necessarily like a B-side track, like a track that like no one's ever heard of, but it's a track that I'm now listening to.
Right, it's like a time and a place thing too. Like you might hear a song in a movie that you heard 1,000 times, but all of a sudden you hear it in a movie, you're like, fuck, I'm putting that song on my way home.
That's it.
Like it's weird. Like sometimes like songs just fucking come to you out of
Yeah.
nowhere, even though you heard the song for I don't know how many years.
And sometimes it just takes a movie. Like for example, one of the I think it's the best scene in the movie because of the music.
Okay.
Django, when they're yelling at Django, he's on the horse, he's trying to get the people to keep walking. Like I don't want to give too much away or whatever, but
Movie came out a while ago. Go ahead.
But again, the people that are walking aren't necessarily happy with the fact that Django,
Slaves
black
are looking at
is on the
Django,
horse.
and they're like, "Why is this black guy get to be on a horse and all shit
Right,
when
and
we're
I'm
black
talking-
and we're slaves?"
No, the white guys
Oh, the white
are
guys
walking. They
Right.
don't have a horse.
I thought it was the slaves looking at him.
So he's like, you better listen to your boss, white boy. And that goes the wide angle, and they're walking.
Yeah, I know exactly what song.
And
It's great.
Rick Ross comes
Rick
in.
Ross.
The,
There's nothing like an 1888 movie with a Rick Ross track. You
I
like
used
Rick
to-
Ross?
Yeah, I used to listen to that. I used to start off my playlist to work out.
Yeah.
I got 100 black coffins for 100 bad men.
Yeah. Say
Like-
the N word.
No, but like I think that's like the best scene in the movie because of the music.
Quentin Tarantino always has a good.
Always has a good soundtrack.
Always. But like old shit, he'll slip in like a Neil Diamond song, how
Right.
to make it in a
It fits
Hollywood
fucking
and shit. You're just
perfectly.
Like, oh God.
But like that kind of stuff. So you, like you said, time and a place, it fits the situation, and then you hear it, and you're like it, like that scene, like gives me like fucking chills, almost, because
There's nothing better
because
than
it
a good
fits
scene.
perfectly for me. Now other people might be like we watched it the other day, and Kate was like, "What's good about this?" You know what I mean? And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" But like it hits perfectly for me. It might not hit perfectly for her, but she might watch something that hits perfectly for her and not for me. And like you said, it's the time and the place
Right.
thing, and that's just comes together.
Girls are
perfectly for it.
stupid too, though, so they don't get it.
Everybody know that.
Yeah, everybody knows girls are stupid. So
Yeah, but yeah, there's been, I feel like it's happened more and more recently that I've been in a situation where I can't find a genre of music that I want to listen to.
what I've been trying to do is listen to albums.
Okay.
So like, if there's an artist like
Like Prince.
even to yeah, sure. I actually haven't listened to Prince, and I couldn't tell you how long. I don't dislike Prince, but he's never like on my radar either. Like, oh, I want to listen to some Prince.
Yeah. I will every once in a while.
I've been doing a lot of hip hop, but like, you can listen to a whole rock song or a whole rock album and get me a whole hip hop album. There's a couple songs in there that are just complete ass that don't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
You feel like sometimes they had to like fill in time.
Like, yeah, like maybe like a rock album. I feel like it kind of has a theme and like the songs go together. Some hip hop ones, I'm just like, this is complete shit.
Right.
But Mac Miller's that came out, Circles, I love it. I listen to that CD all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we were listening to here the other day.
yeah. Dude, you shower
gonna
or
say,
what? Because
I
there's
got-
flies all over you.
I haven't showered in 4 days. I mean, I work from home. What can I say?
But I've been trying to listen to albums of like different shit. I've been trying to get real kind of jam bandy recently too. I don't like Dave Matthews, even though I tried. I don't like Dave Matthews, but I like AOR a lot.
Okay.
So like they're fun, but a lot of their songs, like if you were to put on their album, that shit just blends together.
Wait, who?
OAR?
Oh, OAR.
What did I say?
AOR, but then I think I thought you were talking about AJR,
No.
and I was like, okay.
But like the jam bands, like I don't like Fish either. I know people are into like Fish. That's a little too much. Dave Matthews, I'm in, but like OAR, but like you put the and a couple
When I used to DJ, that was my time to go to
take a shit.
no
Crazy Game
to the
Poker?
buffet to get my plate. Throw on Crazy Game Poker. That way, if there's a bunch of people in line, it's okay. It's a
Yeah.
7.5 minute,
you know
8
what?
minute song.
I might know every single word to that 7-minute song.
Right.
What a great song. But along with the jam band type, like if you were to put on a OAR album, like it kind of blends together. If you do some reggae, like if you do like reggae rock bands like Revolution or Slightly Stupid, I feel like a lot of their songs just blend together. They're good. I like them.
Do you
But
mean
they
like
blend together. Like they're all the
like
same
you-
sound.
that's what I was gonna say? Like you don't know how many songs you listened to on this album because it was
It's
like
just
it
an
blended
hour
together
of
and
the
you're like-
same song, just morphing.
right, slightly different, and you're like, is this a new song or is this just a different
Right.
verse? Like, is this the hook of the
Like it's
end
just
of
the
song?
same sound repeated, which is fine. Like if I'm on the deck chilling today, like I can just put on Slightly Stupid. Yeah, that was a good shot. It's a good shot, brother. And
Vince
just
Carter did,
you know, what else?
and just forget about life. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just my brain just turned off right there.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's
Episode
all.
92, 3,
I don't know. I gotta look, to be honest with you.
episode whatever, somewhere in the 90s. And you know what, guys? I'm still having fun. You guys still having fun? Doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter because I can't see your guys' reaction.
And you can just not listen if you're not having fun.
You know, I want yous to. All right, I want yous to.
If you have suggestions, you can let us know. Otherwise,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself.
Hey, if there's something you want us to talk about, DM us. All right, stop sending me dick pics. All you guys, stop sending me dick pics in my DMs. Okay?
They might be still interested. Maybe.
I
Maybe
appreciate
not.
a good penis, but
Maybe go fuck yourself.
maybe go fuck yourself. How's your mother? She's good from fucking my father. Great line. All right, guys, we love you. I don't know if this is 92 or 93, but